Alright, so we are going to be going over some steps of how to use an external condom. So this is going to be a condom that goes on top of a penis.
It's really important that people get consent prior to beginning sexual exploration or sexual intercourse. And if people decide to use a condom, it's really important that it stays on at all times. If it does fall off or break off, people need to stop and then start the process all over again.
Definitely. Yeah. So the condom that we're using today is non-lubricated. That's typically what we use if we're doing demonstrations. It's a little less messy. Just kind of end up with lube all over your hands. Mm-hmm. But it's important that students know that most condoms that are available at stores are going to come pre-lubricated. If they want to use lubricant or add lubricant, it's important that they know that they should use something that's condom safe. That'll say it right on the package, but shouldn't be using anything like Vaseline or hand lotion, anything like that. Stuff that's designed to be used with condoms.
Yes. So one of the first steps that folks should always look at when starting with a new condom is to check the expiration date. The print is usually very tiny. This one says 12/20/20, which is December of 2020. Next is checking for an air bubble, making sure that there aren't any holes or punctures or anything like that. Next step is to open carefully. Some condoms will have tear notches, similar to like bags of chips. Others won't. So that's the next step, is to take it out carefully. And
then what we do is we have folks pinch the tip. Typically how I explain this, I use an example of water balloons. So I ask students if any of them have overfilled a water balloon, kind of what happens. They usually say it explodes. And I say it's kind of the same idea, that there needs to be room in the condom for liquid, for ejaculate to go. Otherwise it might burst like an overfilled water balloon, which is not ideal. So it doesn't need to be a huge pinch, just kind of a regular finger-sized pinch at the top. Once you have your pinch, you're going to be placing it on the head of the penis. You're going to want to make sure that the condom is rolling down. If it's going backwards, if it's accidentally the wrong way, it's really important that somebody tosses that condom and uses another one. The reason for that is going to be touching skin cells, it may be touching pre-ejaculate, things like that. Any of those could transmit sexually transmitted infections. You place on the tip and make sure it's going the right way. Ceci, you want to take it from here?
Yes. So pinch the tip and roll all the way down. Some students might be a little wary of like pubic hair, and that is very common, but still it's important to roll the condom all the way down, checking for air bubbles, making sure that it's smoothed out. And people can add more lubricant if they would like to at this point. They could have added a little more earlier. It really depends on personal preference. Making sure that this condom stays on the whole time during sex. Again, if it flips off, if it breaks, if anything happens, if it was put on the wrong way, originally make sure to start the process all over again. And if any time people want to change positions or they're doing a little bit of movement, making sure that they hold on to the condom at the base of the penis.
Definitely. Yeah, and just making sure that if folks have consented to sex with a condom, it's never okay for somebody to take off that condom without the other person's knowledge. Making sure that consent is consistent all the way through their sexual activity. So folks will keep the condom on the whole time, and folks are done having sex when they decide that they're done. This doesn't have to have any specific event or anything like that. People can be done at any time. But when they're done, they're going to remove the condom carefully. So that's going to include holding onto the base of the condom when the person with penis is withdrawing from their partner, just to make sure it doesn't slip off or anything like that. Often after folks are having sex, somebody with a penis might be losing their erection, condom might not be fitting on as snugly, so important to hold on to the base. They're going to hold on to the base, they're going to turn their body away from their partner, just make sure nothing spills out, and they will just remove the condom carefully. Ceci, should I put this in the toilet?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because it can clog the toilet.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So what should I do?
Throw it in the trash.
Alright.
I believe we have a trash can around here. So.
Alright. And where would somebody go to find condoms?
So if they're a student in Multnomah County, the Portland area. They can go to any of the student health centers. They have free condoms there. They have external, they have internal, they have dental dams. But if they're not a student, or maybe it's after hours, they can go to a grocery store. So like Fred Meyer, Walgreens, that's where they can find those condoms.
Yeah, super accessible, which is great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.